Hello, everyone. Welcome to our next Scratch lesson. In this lesson, we are going to be learning about changing our backdrops. Okay, so this is where things start to get a little bit more fun. So the first thing that we're going to do is we have to change from our sprite to our background. Otherwise, whatever we do, we are just going to keep editing the code of our sprite, and we don't want to do that. So you can tell whether you're editing your background or your sprite right here. There's this little translucent-ish image of my sprite. So to change to my backdrop, I'm going to come down over here to where it says backdrops, and I'm going to click on that. All my code went away, and we are on a fresh, separate, new page. So all I have to do to get back to my sprite is double click on him. To get back to my backdrop, I click on the backdrop down here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to learn how to do is change between one background and another. So just like when we're moving our sprite, the first thing we need is a start button. So I am going to choose to differentiate how this code runs from how the code in my sprite runs. And I'm going to do that by picking a different start button. So with the bat, we have the when space button is pressed start button. I don't want that one right now because that will make Scratch run both codes at the same time. And I don't want that right now. Maybe later, but not right now. So I'm going to use this one when the green flag is clicked. Now I'm going to come up here to, I'm sorry, looks, not motion. There's no motions in the stage, there's no motions with the backdrops. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a different backdrop. So I'm going to come down here, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to choose a backdrop. Let's see, I want, oh, there's so many good ones. Let's choose Space City. So I click on this and my backdrop is going to change to Space City. Don't worry, I haven't lost my old one. So I'm going to pick up one of these blocks here. It says Jurassic, don't worry about that. I was messing with it earlier. That is another one of the backgrounds I have selected. So when green flag is clicked, it's going to switch to backdrop room 1, which is the name of the backdrop I just had. So let's see what happens. Okay, there we are. We're back to our original backdrop. Now, if I want to go back to the Space City, I am going to change that to Space City 1. Go back to room 1. Okay, so obviously I don't want to have to keep switching it here, so I'm going to grab my second backdrop block and I'm going to drop it here. So it's going to go from room 1, and then I'm going to have it go to Space City 1. Now, let's see what happens. Okay, it went from room 1 to Space City 1. But you might be thinking, okay, so now what? Well, if I want it to go back to room 1, I'm going to need that repeat block. So let's try it now. We might be wondering why that's not working. And it is working. It's not showing up because guess what? We forgot to put that wait button in there. So it's going immediately from room 1 to Space City 1. So let's see what that looks like now. There we go. We have our wait 1 second, and then we switch back. So let's put our repeat block back in and see what that looks like. Okay, so you see it flash the Space City real quick, and then it goes back to room 1. So let's drop our wait block in there. There it goes. So we're staying 1 second on each backdrop. You know what? Let's throw a third in there. Let's throw that Jurassic backdrop in there and another weight block, of course. Oops. And let's see what that looks like. Oops. There we go. So it's switching between those three. So how might you use this in your code? Well, for example, if I wanted my bat to go from room 1 to, I don't know, a different room in the house, let's see if we can find a different room that kind of matches that. So I'm going to type in room. So that was room 1. Let's have him fly into bedroom 3. That's pretty cool. That looks like a bedroom that Bat would live. Oops, clicked on our sprite. That looks like a bedroom that Bat would live in. So let's go from, let's get rid of that, from room 1 to room 2. Come on. Oh, see, we are frozen. That does happen every so often. Just give it a minute. I'm going to click on my sprite, go here, see if that sort of, no, it didn't refresh it, unfortunately. Oh, there it goes. It unstuck. Okay, let's see what that looks like. No, we're not unstuck yet. Okay, well, let's just end this section of the lesson right there. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my project, and I will meet you guys in our next lesson. On our next lesson, we are going to play with these effects, okay? All right, I will see you in our next lesson. On.